Hey everybody, what's going on? Speedbay for One Gaming here. Welcome back to episode number 82 of Winning a National Championship with every team in the game. If you guys have missed any of the last couple episodes, up in the right-hand corner will be a playlist from episode 1 all the way to episode 82, which is today. We're getting into the final little stretch of teams here. We still have over about 50 or so to go, but we still, again, have a lot more to do. If you guys do want to see a team from the game, let me know down in the comment section. Just make sure you check the description below, which will have all the teams that we've done so far and their seasons they eventually won the national title, so you don't choose a team that we've already done before. But anywho, new episode means new team, which means we get a wheel spin. So any of these teams, I know it's kind of hard to see here, but any of these teams can be picked. Like we haven't done Miami, we haven't done Oklahoma, Oregon State, Penn State, Utah State, Wisconsin hasn't been done yet. Auburn hasn't been done yet. Today's episode will be USF. Yep, it is going to be USF in this one. Where did my cursor go? There it is. And so, USF, I believe we're going back to the American. Yes, we are. I think we're almost very close to finishing up the American Conference. Done UAB, we've done Rice, North Texas, Navy. We haven't done Army. That one's going to be fun. Charlotte, ECU, FAU. I think we've done Memphis. But anyways, USF is on the board. We do have a recruiter head coach. So we'll have to see how we do here. They have been pretty decent in the last couple simulations that I've seen. But hopefully we can do pretty well here in these ones. But let's check out the coach abilities here. We do have recruiter, which is going to be nice, mostly for the offense. Can put extra recruiting hours on halfbacks. It's always nice. We also have the training boost for the running backs, but we need one more for the wide receivers. We do have tactician, mostly for the offense, mostly at running back, and strategist, mostly for the offense, mostly for visits. Again, I really don't do visits much, but our offense coordinator does have motivator. Nothing for the training boost, and we do have some recruiter, but it's mostly just scouting wise. Our defensive coordinator is the opposite. He does the defensive side for scouting, and tactician with scheme guru for mostly the defensive line, linebackers, and DBs, and some good stuff here. So that's our coordinators. We'll kind of see how they do. But checking out the roster here, we do have an A7 overall with Atkins, wide receiver. He's pretty good, but he'll be leaving us. We also will be losing Scholler, Amarius Brown. I think I butchered that name. I apologize. But what's up, Byron Brown, who's an 84 quarterback, will be with us for at least this season and next season. He's deal breakers playing time, so he'll definitely be here. Archie 73 behind him, Carter, and then Tate. We have a young quarterback room. Halfbacks could use some speed other than Isaac. Isaac's pretty good, but he'll probably redshirt in season 1. Wide receiver. Yeah, we do have a 98 speed wide receiver. How as well as his stuff here. He can improve. Pretty good too. Tight ends are pretty decent. Half of them will be leaving us. Offensive line could use some at least depth wise, other than right tackle. We're losing 2 right tackles. Defensive line is actually pretty good. Again, could use some depth, especially at defensive tackle, losing 3 of them. Linebackers need help because we're losing a lot of them. Corners, we're losing our best 1, but we do have some younger guys here as well. That will be with us at least for another season or 2. Safeties, we do have a couple senior free safeties, but we're good on strong safeties at least for the year, and we do need a punter this season. So I'm going to go ahead and get season 1 out of the way here, and I'll be right back. And here we are at the end of season number 1 here with USF. We go 7-5. Now, before I show the schedule, this season was wild. And I don't play the games, I just simulate. Because we beat Bama and Miami. Granted, they were by a total of 5 points, but we beat them both. And Alabama only had a 7-5 season. Miami also had 7-5, so they didn't have good seasons at all. But we were 4-0 to start the year. Then we lost the next 2. Then we won the next 2. Then we lost to Navy and Charlotte, beat Tulsa, then lost to Rice to end up the season. But, we lost to Memphis by 2. We beat FAU by 21 was a nice win. The loss to Charlotte was by 7. Navy was by 17. Don't know what happened there. And then we lost by 27 to Rice. We also lost a ton to ranked 24th Tulane as well. But all in all, a very decent season to begin the year, or to begin the simulations, because 7-5 is a winning season. We're going to get a bowl game, and we have a chance to go 8-5 in our first year with USF. That's going to really upgrade everything. Will Howard wins the Heisman Trophy, 3,500 yards, 34 touchdowns to 1 interception on the season. We don't make a bowl game at 7-5? What do you mean we don't make a bowl game? Okay. I guess no bowl game. I don't know why. I mean, I would expect it maybe at 6-6, but 7-5? I guess. But anywho, we go up to a 2-star prestige. That means we do get a winning season. We were automatically getting a winning season. We do have a couple people want to transfer out just because of brand exposure and playing time, and of course playing style, mostly the DBs. But pro potential goes up to a C+. Coach prestige goes up to a B, which is nice. And looks like Kansas State defeats Iowa 24-20, with Miami, Ohio, Texas, Iowa, Kansas State, and Virginia Tech were the automatic qualifiers, with Ohio State, Georgia, Oklahoma State, Penn State, Utah, and Michigan, Oregon were the at-large bids. So all in all, kind of a weird Season 1, but it is on to Season 2 here with USF. And here we are in Season number 2 here with USF. We go 5-7, so unfortunately another year without a bowl game, but don't even know how we still didn't get one in the first year. But we lost to Boise State to start the year, then beat Florida, we went 5-7, then lost to Miami by 1 singular point, then beat Navy, lost to LSU by a pretty big margin. We beat Tulane, lost to Memphis, beat Tulsa, lost to Charlotte, beat FAU, lost to Rice, and lost to UAB to end out the season. So unfortunately, another this one was actually the first bad season that we've had. We just signed a 4-star quarterback, though, to redshirt the first season, and then more than likely take over for our quarterback that's going to be leaving us after this year, because I believe he's a junior redshirt this year, so he'll be a senior next year. But Connor Weigman, I don't even know how to say his name, 3,100 yards, 31 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the season. So congrats to him. And we didn't win any awards, but we're just going to go ahead, simulate to the end of season recap, check out the bracket, and then move on from there. Let's hope Kansas State doesn't win a back-to-back national championship, because they won Season 1 over Iowa, which is kind of surprising, seeing Iowa in there first thing. But coach prestige goes down. Pro potential goes down, but coach stability improves to an A-, which is nice. But coach prestige going down is not great. Plus, we have one of our best offensive linemen wanting to transfer out, and now we're a 1.5-star school as well, with Georgia winning it all here near number 2 over Notre Dame, 38-24, with Arkansas, Boise State, USC, App State, and Kansas State were the automatic qualifiers, with Texas A&M, Nebraska, Notre Dame, South Alabama, Penn State, and Georgia, Ohio State were the at-large bids. So kind of a weird one with South Alabama, App State facing each other, but yeah, there you go. But yeah, that is going to end Season 2, and it's on to Season 3 here with USF. And here we are in Season 3 with it's USF. We go 8-4 on the season, beating FIU, then losing to Bama and Pitt, beating North Texas, losing to FAU, but then win 3 in a row against Tulsa, BYU, Tulane before losing to Temple, then winning 3 in a row again against Navy, ranked Charlotte, and then UAB. We don't make the conference championship. That goes to Temple and Charlotte, but we beat Charlotte. So I guess we did lose to Temple. So in theory, we should have made it because we beat Temple, but since there is a 3-way tie, it probably goes into everything. But I don't know how it does the tiebreakers and everything. But we go 8-4. Hopefully, coach prestige will move up. Brand exposure might, because we are going to be hopefully making a bowl game, because year 1 was kind of ridiculous not making one, going 7-5. But I'm only still upset about that only a little bit. We did just sign a defensive tackle, which will help out. And the bowl game we'll be receiving here after a second. Gunnar Stockton wins the Heisman Trophy, 4,500 yards, 49 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. And we playing South Alabama in the Frisco Bowl. So it is a bowl game, which is nice. We actually finally get one after going a decent season. Last year we were under 500, so that made sense. But year one, we probably should have made something. But all in all, let's see how we do here, and then we'll go over the bracket, of course, in season number 3. We go 9-4, so we did win, and we're ranked for the first time ever after the season. Coach prestige goes up to a B+. Brain exposure still a C, and then these guys are playing time and playing style, but that's fine. That's all well and dandy. And Ohio State wins it all in year number 3 with Arkansas State, NC State, Tennessee, Kansas State, and Ohio State as the automatic qualifiers, with Washington, Pitt, and Oregon, Texas Tech, Georgia, and Cincinnati and Penn State as the at-large bids. That's going to end season 3. It's on to season 4 here with USF. And here we are in season number 4 here with USF. We go 9-3 and rank 13th in the nation. Really good season. We beat Louisville, we then lost to UTSA by 1 point. We beat FAU, we beat FCS, beat Northern Illinois. We did lose to Charlotte by only 1 point, and they are ranked 6th. We beat Army and Navy. We then lost to Stanford by 13, was a tough loss. But then we beat Rice, North Texas, and East Carolina to end out the year. But we do not make the conference championship because there's a 4-way tie at 6-2, and Charlotte is there along with Memphis. So I don't think there's a way for us to get into the college football playoff, especially at 9-3 and ranked only 13th. There's got to be 2 teams that lose up there to bring us up into the 11 spot. We actually dropped down to 15 for some reason, but so that means we are not making the college football playoff here in year number 4 with USF. But I think next year, I think we're 1 year away because we were pretty good. I mean, 85 overall, 87 offense, and we have some very good players almost ready to go. Malcolm Simmons wins the Heisman Trophy, 78 catches, 1,500 yards, 26 touchdowns on the season for the wide receiver. We're playing Georgia Southern in the First Responder Bowl. So a matchup between 2 top 17 teams in the nation. So, but anyways, we're going to simulate to the end of season recap and see how it goes from there. And hopefully we can get a win and improve that team or school prestige. That would be nice. I think we're now like a 2.5 or a 3-star. We're now a full 3-star, and we won. We're 10-3 on the season. Pro potential goes way up to an A-. Coach stability for some reason goes down, but coach prestige goes up. Athletic facilities goes up. So we love to see that. Our kicker might transfer out, which is weird. But, whoops, I did award winners. I did not want that. But, obviously, Auburn wins it all. They had a lot of good players. 49-27 win over Kansas State with Michigan, Kansas State, Pittsburgh, Auburn, and Memphis with the automatic qualifiers. Were Duke, Florida, and Charlotte, Colorado, Wisconsin, and Clemson, Hawaii. Hawaii, it's Miami. I can't do words. That's the at-large bid. So Memphis and Charlotte both make it. And Charlotte, beat Florida. Memphis almost beat Miami. But Pitt just destroyed Charlotte. So 2 teams in the American Conference making it. And that's kind of nice for, again, the American Conference. So, and 3 teams in the top 25. So that'll help out the conference prestige as well. But that's going to end season 4. It's on to season 5 here with USF. And here we are in season number 5 here with USF. We go 10-2 on the season. A very good year with USF. We actually lost to Uconn, then beat Miami, then lost to Southern Mississippi, but then won the rest. We won 9 in a row. Tulane, FAU, Charlotte, Navy, North Carolina, who ranked 4th in the nation, Rice, Memphis, Tulsa, and UAB as well with those wins. So if we can beat Tulsa here, we get a bye going into the college football playoff. A loss, we may not make it into the college football playoff. So we have to win. We only got 410 XP, and we did win. We are 11-2. Program edition moves up. Brand exposure moves up as well. So we'll take the bye, especially as the number 4 team in the nation as well, which is very, very helpful. So we will gladly take it over everything else. Channing Flowers with a great game, 253, 3 touchdowns for us in the American Conference Championship game. So hopefully we can win 3 more and continue the winning streak, especially in the college football playoff. Julian Sayin wins the Heisman Trophy, 3,700 yards, 36 touchdowns to 4 interceptions on the season. And, of course, we do get a bye in the college football playoff. We're actually the number 3 team with Boise State, Texas Tech, Michigan, USF, and North Carolina make it as the automatic qualifiers, with Notre Dame or West Virginia, Notre Dame, Nebraska, Pittsburgh, Oklahoma, Buffalo, and Iowa as the at-large bids. So we're going to be either playing Boise State or Oklahoma in our first ever game in the college football playoff here with USF. So let's see how we do. We're going to be playing Oklahoma in the Orange Bowl. Looks like Texas Tech and Notre Dame are going to be... So Notre Dame won, Nebraska won, Oklahoma won, and Buffalo won over Iowa. So this will be a tough matchup here against Oklahoma. Just depends on how we do. But let's get started here against Oklahoma. They are 12-2 on the season, and they are an 87. We are actually tied in overall, but we have the better offensive overall compared to Oklahoma, with them only having 87, and we have an 89. So we desperately need a win here to move on to play either North Carolina or Buffalo in the next matchup. We're going to start on offense first in this one. And the offense gets a touchdown, a long drive too, and it's 7-0 after 1 with Oklahoma getting the ball with a short punt, and it's 14-0. Make it 17-0 at the half with Oklahoma getting the ball first. And a turnover, it's 24-0. Make it 31-0. I think we can just go quarter here. We don't even need to check the extra plays. We are blowing out Oklahoma 45-0 in the Orange Bowl. An absolute dominant performance. 45-0. And we're moving on. By one of the better games that we've played all season. Comes in the college football playoff against Oklahoma. Kind of wild, but hey, a win is a win. We'll take it all day. So let's see who our next opponent is going to be against either North Carolina or Buffalo. As we North Carolina, we've already beat North Carolina once this year here in the Peach Bowl. And we'll have to see if we can't win against them again. We beat them early on this season. What was it, 27-24. So they're trying to get their revenge for one of their 2 losses, and we're trying to move on to the national title. Let's get started here against 12-2 North Carolina. They're an 85, we're an 87. So we have the overall advantage again. And we'll have to see who we play up against. I think Notre Dame did beat Texas Tech. But here in the Peach Bowl, all that matters is we have to win against North Carolina. We're starting on defense first in this one. The defense gives up a touchdown, but the offense scores a field goal, then a turnover, and another field goal at 7-6 after 1. The offense, unfortunately, can't get another score, but now they do. It's now 13-10 at the half with a touchdown and a field goal scored by both teams, respectively. Now we get another touchdown. We're up by 10. Going into the fourth quarter, we'll actually go play-by-play here. We punt to start the fourth. North Carolina, I keep calling them Notre Dame for some reason, they get a touchdown to make this a 3-point game. We need a touchdown. 4th and 13, we have to settle for a field goal. Minute to go in the game, and we get a turnover. 3rd and 7, we can't get the first, but it doesn't matter because we punted deep, and USF is going to defeat North Carolina 23-17, and USF is going to the national championship game. 1,000+ points XP. And we are 1 win away from having another team done here in this series. Notre Dame and Nebraska between the two. And who are we getting? I'm really hoping it's Nebraska. Notre Dame's going to be a tough opponent. Of course, we're all going to get the American Defensive and Offensive Player of the Weeks here since we're the only ones playing at this point. And we'll be getting Notre Dame in the national championship game. They defeated Nebraska 31-25, so this will be a tough, tough opponent. But let's get started against 14-1 Notre Dame. They are at 88. We're at 87, so this is the first time we don't have the overall advantage so far in this playoff run. But overalls really don't matter. I mean, we blew out Oklahoma, and they were the same overall. But Notre Dame is probably the best defense we have played all season. We're going to start on defense first in this one as well. And they get a touchdown straight off the rip. It's 10-0 after one with Notre Dame having the football as well in the second quarter. But the defense gets a stop, then we turn it over. But there's a big touchdown pass. And it's 17-7 at the half. We finally put up another field goal. So it's a 7-point game. Now it's a 4-point game. Going in the fourth, we have made it close. But unfortunately, a punt to start the fourth quarter and a touchdown for Notre Dame. We need a touchdown and the 2-point conversion. We get the touchdown, but not the 2. So it's a 5-point game, and we're at our own 16-yard line. 4th and 4. We go for it. We get a touchdown with 16 seconds to go, and USF is going to win it all. The huge touchdown pass with almost no time on the clock is going to be the winner against Notre Dame. Scoring 2 touchdowns but missing the 2-point conversions twice in the fourth quarter. And it's a win. 25-24. That's unbelievable. 18 points in the second half to win it. It's insane. That is literally insane. Of course, we'll check out the stats before we head on out for the episode. We will check, of course, the season stats. Flowers, 3,300 yards, 31 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Rushing-wise, David here, 1,100 with 11 touchdowns. Isaac, 471 with 5. Flowers added 311 and 1. And Pascal had 5 for 14 and 1. And Smith had 1 carry for a yard, and it was a touchdown. Receiving-wise, Porter with 972 and 10. Winton, 263 and 5. Smith, 744 and 7. Marshall, 290 and 5. Bale, 136 and 2. David with 109 and 1. And Witherspoon, 36 and 1 as well. Defensive-wise, Hill led the team with 84 tackles. Mosley with 8 tackles for a loss. And Exum? I butchered that last name. I apologize. 14 sacks to lead the team. Tate had 4 interceptions. We had forced a bunch of fumbles and recovered a good amount of them, too. We had no blocked kicks, no safeties, and no defensive touchdowns. Our kicking-wise, our senior kicker did miss 4 from 50 and had 1 extra point blocked on the season. Punting-wise, though, 2,500 yards, 13 inside the 28 touchbacks. Actually pretty decent. And no kick or punt return touchdowns on the season. But that is going to do it for the episode. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, hit that like button down below. It's free, which helps out the channel. And again, write down in the comment section down below if you guys do want to see a team that we have not done so far. And we'll get that going for the next couple of videos. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, week, whenever you guys are watching this. And yeah, I'm out. Peace.